Well, you're here today.
Yes, I am.
And what's the big thing today you're working on?
Marriage rep.
Is that
Marriage rep?
Marriage rep?
I was going through marriage ref for clips. but
Marriage rep. Yeah, we got the host of the show. What's his
Tom
name?
Papa will be in today.
Yes, he's in today. New show. Have you seen it?
I have not. I thought it was on. Is it after the Olympics? I left.
Neither have I. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do.
Sorry, I know Tom. I'll just chat.
Yeah.
I'll act like I saw. But
Tom.
dude, that thing last night. What was that? And then just lead them.
I'll just say,
wow.
now you get the hell out of
Yeah,
here.
maybe I could help. You're out, Tom. He's no. I saw him the other night at the Cellar, and last night for some reason I'm watching the Olympics. Like after they're like promoing it every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I went home. And I didn't realize it was 10:30 to 11. I don't know why I didn't realize that. It's fucking 11 o'clock, and I realized I was looking at the guide, and the part where the marriage ref was just to the left.
Oh, don't
where
you
the
hate
time
that? You realize, I just missed something here.
I'm like,
I've just missed it.
I'm a dummy.
You weren't perusing last night?
No, I was
perusing any pornography? Or
no. I was actually at the Cellar, and then I ate and came back with my girlfriend.
Oh, well.
After eating.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, then I had to distribute cum.
Nice. If you do that. And then you distributed some cum.
I felt it was appropriate to distribute some cum to those who deserved
I guess
it.
you don't peruse porn when your girl's over the house, right? Not as ridiculously as you would without.
Most of my porn's on the road.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
You're bored, you're
road porn, exactly.
You're in a hotel.
Understand. Or lonely at the house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could relate.
You're perusing on that fucking giant TV? Can you have internet access on the TV?
I could if I plug in my computer to
You
it,
have
but
to.
I don't, no, the small screen. If it was a giant screen and I'm just fucking sitting there cranking to fucking giant porno, I'd feel silly.
Do you know how fun a fucking, like a 70s gay porn would look on that?
A big hairy.
Dude, you have
bullshit.
to have gay porn night where everybody comes and watches uncomfortable 70s gay porn.
That would be very uncomfortable.
It would be awful.
Just guys.
Yeah, bunch of men watching.
Hey, can I come, please, and be invited? Don't put up gay porn, Sam. I really don't want to look at gay porn.
But no, not the hot stuff from today with the twinks. I mean the 70s stuff where everyone was a man's man.
Yeah, big mustaches and a lot of hair. A lot of hair going on there. I don't know. I produce porn. Lonely days. Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Sam. Lonely days. And if it's been a while, then I'll do it. But when you describe like just kind of flicking at a flaccid member because you have to.
There's times I've taken my cock and I've just like grabbed it by the base and like the head's hanging out and I just kind of shake it back and forth. It's like picture shaking a rag doll. That's what my dick is like. It's like nothing is happening.
There's no reason for that then.
It's not getting hard. It's numb. I'm just shaking a numb piece of skin.
Yeah. I can't quite grasp that. I can. That it would be pleasurable to do anything like
that.
It's not. But, no.
It's called escaping.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you'll have one beer more than you meant to. Like, you know what, I'll have a couple.
You know, now you're putting it in terms I can understand.
You're not thirsty?
No, I just meant to have maybe one or two. And, 8 beers in, I'm going, why am I still drinking this? I'm not thirsty. This isn't something special now. I'm just shoving beer down my gullet. 8
beers and 1 patent leather shoe in the grill later.
I take cabs now, I swear.
1 sobbing apology to a family later.
I'm a fag these days when it comes to drunk driving. I just can't do it. Too much to lose.
There's 10 years in jail if you kill somebody.
I know. I'm petrified of that. Like completely petrified. So if I'm going to be going out, I'll take a cab.
They'd sue you for your house?
Oh, I know.
They'd get it?
I'll take the house. No, I don't need that shit. And then just the thought of going through all that. Oh, the court and, you were drunk and this and then the paper would pick it up and then I'm automatically a bigger scumbag than I'm perceived now.
Yeah. Oh, this church sex jock kills.
Yeah. In new Dewey fucking controversy. Little kid on life support because of me. No, I'll cab it. Let those crazy Long Island cab drivers drive me around.
And all I'm thinking of is how it would affect me and my mortgage because the show would be in trouble.
Exactly.
I'm not thinking about the victim.
There's probably a morality clause where they'd fire me and not have to pay me anything. I'd be knocking tin again. remember me? I was Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show. Yeah, no, I used to do this before I did the radio thing. Yeah, I was a DWI. I understand. No, nothing. I have a small apartment down the road. They don't plow it, so I can't come into work. But it's yeah, that would be horrible. So I'd rather just cab it these days. And then the cab is great because now I don't even have to think about it. Like in the bar, I'd be there going, now fuck it. Sure, I'll take that shot. Sure, I'll take that beer.
Can you comprehend going back to another job after this?
No.
I can't either.
It's actually a fear. It's a legitimate phobia I have now of going back to a normal job that, I used to have. I'd say it is up there as my number one fear.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
It's something I think about every day.
Every day.
Every day I think about it.
I think about it.
Scary.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to get up and work for like a real job and boss and work hard. I did it for years. Now, I know I'm making a lot of friends in the listeners that are right now getting up saying, go fuck yourself.
But no, you're also acknowledging what they do is hard.
Yeah, it sucks. And that I did it. I did it for more years than I did radio. I wonder when I could stop saying that.
You can't hate something unless you've experienced it before.
Yeah.
So I know what it's like to work shit jobs, and I would probably kill myself.
Yeah, it would be like, I don't know. Not only that, but like people. Believe it or not, from what I've said on this show and stuff, I'm not a complete, only materialistic guy. I enjoy my toys. I enjoy the pleasures that this great job has offered me through my radio career. But the things that I'm most fearful of is going back to the point where I really have to worry where rent is coming from and if I'm going to have to sleep in my car again, because I had to sleep in my car for a while and stuff. And it would actually be embarrassing for my family, I think. Not for them, like for me to see my family after now completely failing.
And you know that they'd love you anyway and go,
Of course
hey.
they would. And it's like, hey, you had a good run and things like that. And it's like, so what are you doing? Oh, yeah, back in sheet metal work. No, that's good. You know something? It's a good thing you learned a trade. Because now, see, you'd be out with no luck, and now you have a job, and it's great, and put the gun away.
Yeah.
Put the gun.
It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end. And you never know what's going to happen in the future. You could get back or something else, and that to me is like petrifying.
I know comedians who go back to day jobs after 15 years.
Oh, I know some that should. No, teasing boss, of course.
But I don't know how you do it. I can't comprehend ever, unless they don't mind because they always kind of kept a foot in that world. But I can't comprehend ever looking back saying I used to just do comedy and now I do comedy and this because now I have to do this too.
Yeah, I did the job that I really loved doing. When people, oh, well, you got a job you love doing, it's not even like working. Shut it. But it's kind of true. So to have to go back to another job would kill me.
The stresses of this job, it's stressful and whatever, but it's nothing compared to even the shitty paying jobs I had were because you hated it. It was like, I hear people talk about like rent money.
Yeah.
And I can't comprehend, not that I can't comprehend it, but it's like, I'm like, God damn, I'm so lucky not to have to worry about, like, is my phone bill going to get paid? Like, I know my phone bill's going to get paid.
Yeah.
My mortgage I worry about. But, like, the phone bill I don't worry about. Like, little shit like going out to dinner I don't worry about.
Yeah, that's like the kind of stuff that, and you do. I like how you say lucky, because I say that all the time. It's like, you're so fucking lucky, because there are plenty of people that want to do the job that are not doing the job. But it's like a lucky thing. And I do remember not paying the landlord and him banging on the door and me having to hide. I'm hiding from the landlord so he doesn't kick me out because I spent the rent on slot cars. I was in my 20s. What's wrong with me?
I remember working at a convenience store when I was like 18, back when I was in my wigger phase. When I would wear a sky blue Kango to work. I was the worst.
Stop it. And I don't got to take your shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, I would say that to old ladies. And then like tough thugs would come in. They'd go, all right. And I'd go, word. Yes. And I remember in like the meat tray, they had like, we served meat and cheese and stuff. We had like a little deli counter. There was all these little teeny mouse teeth prints in the fucking food and little balled up hashish turds. The mice were shitting and eating the food. And I told the district manager, Pete, his name was, with a gay porn mustache. He's like, oh, no, that's fine. You can sell it.
You could sell it.
And
yeah, of course I could.
I kept not selling it to customers. That was the job I was doing. It was like I had to clean the mouse shit off the food before I sold it to people.
What a horrible place.
It was terrible. So happy I don't do that anymore.
And you did sell it to them?
Once in a while, I would try to turn the meat around.
Like shake your head. No, you don't want that.
Yes. Are you sure you want this? Take a look at it. Just in case I was being tape recorded.
Take a close look.
Yeah, that was a horrible horrible gig.
Just really bad jobs that you just don't want to do, and I couldn't imagine going back to, and it horrifies me. It is the number one fear, because I think of it every day.
I remember the big deal I felt when I was making, I think it was $3.35 an hour when I started. And then I went to Pergament, and I was driving a forklift, and I remember bragging to people. Oh, no, from Pergament to something else. And I think it was like 7-something an hour. They're like, getting 7-something an hour? I'm like, yeah, man, it's a great fucking gig. And
living large.
Driving me and Joe in a fucking forklift, and I had a big boom, like a giant boom on the front to take 20-foot copper tubing off the back of a truck, and the fucking ramp was broken. Like rust had rotted out the bottom of the ramp. So if I came down the right side of the ramp, the forklift was going to flip and fall off the dock. So I had to go to the middle left. It was a fucking horrible job.
I can't believe you were a forklift driver.
I was a good forklift operator.
Were you?
I think so. I never killed anyone, and no one ever killed me.
Right? That constitutes a good forklift driver.
The other guys in the warehouse were phenomenal. Like, we were attached to another trucking company, and I worked for Cerro Copper. And it was just, I was the only one, and I would have to, like, these flatbeds outdoors in January, 10 degrees out.
No, yeah.
Unloading fucking 20-foot giant long bundles of copper tubing. It was a fucking horrible job. It was a tough job. You have to go on the truck and lift shit. It was fucking freezing. And
wrap the cold metal is
awful
in the winter. For some reason, metal gets colder than outside is. I don't know how it happens, but like you'll be outside and just go, it's really fucking cold out. And then you go to grab metal and go, why did they refrigerate the metal? It's colder than outside. With sheet metal was the same thing, like working sheet metal jobs. You'd have to load the trucks up with these fucking ductwork that was freezing cold, get to the job site, and then there's people that just are into it. Like this one guy I worked for, I was his helper. I was his fucking helper, and I had to like get stuff and help him like put the ductwork up and everything. And he was gung-ho guy. Like every morning I'd be drinking my coffee in the van or something, and he'd be like, all right, come on, let's start up. It's 7:30 on the dot. It was like, come on, we got to start up right now. And he used to make, this was the gayest thing. He'd make me, because he couldn't reach around behind him to tie his little nail apron. Yeah, his little nail apron. So one of my jobs in the morning was to tie his nail apron on. Ew. How fucking subservient, like, is that? Because it's right over his ass.
You're a sheet metal cuckold.
I prepped the fucking boss.
Wait, was he an ex-drinker? That sounds like an ex-drinker. Or was he an active drinker?
I have no idea. He drank some beers, but I don't know if he was a drunk or not. You know, by my standards, nobody is.
Yeah, William Holden was a fucking teetotaler.
But he'd be like, all right, let's suit up. Like, suit up? I'd put a nail apron on and put a hammer in my fucking belt. But he'd be like, all right, so, and he'd stand up and like fucking putting the robes around a fucking Caesar. I had to dress him in his armor and put this on. And I felt so degraded every day having to tie that bow. Tied that little bow. All right, a little tighter. That's good. Is it? Is it good? And that's what I had to do. And then he would tell me what I had to do, like, all day. All right, get me that. I need 3 of these. Go to the truck and put more gas in the generator. And I'd be freezing cold, just wishing I could have a better job. And it's horrifying, the thought of having to go back to
Dude, I drove by that place, that old copper. It's out of business now. It might be still be. I think
Well, you left. You were the best forklift driver this side of the Mississippi.
from Portland, Oregon, or Portland, Maine, for that matter. And it was. I remember me and my boss. There was this
Yay, pudding.
Oh, Dan.
Oh, I hope it really is too. No, please, it's appropriate.